Having trouble with your garage door? Problem solved. Call Direct Service Overhead Garage Door Company. We're your go-to team for garage door repair, new garage doors, openers, and more. We offer same-day service. We're always ready when you need us. Best of all, you can book your appointment online or talk to a live operator 24/7. No machines, no waiting. So whether it's a broken spring or a brand new garage door, trust the local experts at Direct Service Garage Doors. Call us today or visit directserviceoverhead.com.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Tusk Talk with Ty on a random-ass Sunday. Hope you guys had a good night. We kind of had a feeling there's a possibility we might be going live, getting an update on this coaching search. So I see Cody Honey 101 in chat says, I guess he's going to just do the show for us here. Well, you're wrong there, Cody. You are absolutely wrong. This is kind of what started it off today. Oh, wrong one. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wrong one. Let's pull it up. This is from Brandon Marcello. Is that it? We get her? There she is. Brandon Marcello posted this. There's a new sheriff in town. Now, as soon as this tweet went live, almost 12:30 here on November 23rd, yeah, my DMs and text messages blew up. Even had someone to tell me to go on standby, someone I trust quite a bit. Got a little feedback from him. This person says, and I should have known. This is that GIF you're seeing right there is from the movie 48 Hours, starring Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte. Just FYI. Did not know that. I'm going to be real with you here. I've never seen 48 Hours. I know I'm embarrassed. That's embarrassing. But that's what started it all. Brandon Marcello's tweet. That there's a new sheriff in town and that we're going to hear something in the next 48 hours. So, yeah, there's an update. Brandon Marcello has his finger on the pulse of Arkansas athletics as well as anybody in the country, especially coming from a guy that works for CBS Sports who used to, I think he still lives around here, right? Has very strong connections to the university. He's claiming that, we're going to hear in the next 48 hours. So there's your update right there. That's part of it. We've got more, actually. So, again, I'm sorry. Cody, you're wrong. There's also more here. I did a little digging. Brett Vito. Now, if you don't know who that is, I don't blame you. He's got almost 12,000 total followers, but he's a North Texas beat writer for the Denton Record Chronicle. That's his bio. He tweeted this out earlier today. North Texas officials and boosters have moved quickly behind the scenes in an effort to retain Eric Morris. So we have some movement on North Texas. They're kind of reacting like a school that's terrified their head coach is about to leave. Here's the untold story of what transpired. A dinner meeting, boosters agreeing to contribute more, and North Texas pledging more in NIL funds. So North Texas is acting like they're kind of responding in a way that would have you believe that their head coach is about to leave. I'm not saying it's Eric Morris. I'm not saying that's exactly who it's going to be. And by the way, they've got the best offense in the country, really good record. He's got them on track at North Texas. This could just be part of the course. Typical response for the kind of year that they've had, or it could also be that he's interviewing and he might be on his way out. So it's just worth taking a look at. Again, that's from Brett Vito. I might be pronouncing that last name incorrectly. I'll read it again. North Texas officials and boosters have moved quickly behind the scenes in an effort to retain Eric Morris. The untold story, dinner meeting, boosters agreeing to contribute more, UNT pledging more in NIL funds. Would be great if that thing were happening in Arkansas, huh? Maybe it is. I don't know. All right. $10 super chat from King Command. Appreciate it, King Command. Is there any scenario where they announce a coach that everyone supports and gets behind. Home run hire. My guy, they could resurrect Bear Bryant, and nobody would agree on Bear Bryant. Nobody. I'm sorry. Like, we'd still find a way to be split. That's just the fact of the matter. That is just the fact of the matter. Let's see. 2 for 2. You're saying deal is done. It certainly sounds like at the very least they're extremely close. When there's a timetable posted like that, my guess is, and Brandon, unfortunately with Brandon here with this particular post, it's vague, and it's meant to be. He doesn't want to burn a source entirely, right? And that's his job. He's got a job to do. He's apparently going back and forth with some people on Twitter. Man, Hog fans are something else. I swear to God. But it just kind of comes with the territory, especially when you're reporting on stuff like this from Brandon Marcel's perspective. It's I'm sure he expected some blowback. But yeah, that is Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, 48 Hours. That's what that GIF is from. So that's obvious that we're gonna know something before Wednesday. Could be soon. Again, I was told to go on standby, and I was panicking because I just booted up Arc Raiders. I was gonna go topside, kill some clankers. Anyone know? Okay. And then I was like, damn it. So I started putting the thumbnail together. Thankfully, my boy McAfee came through, and I guess he generated one through AI. And I was like, sweet, we'll just go with that. Works fine. But yeah, this is absolutely, so it sounds like they either have their guy and they're going to announce it, or they have their guy and he's signed, and the U of A is going to go public with it. My guess is it'll be tonight when I'm unable to go live. I will, if they do announce anything tonight, I'm going to be busy. We're putting up our Christmas tree. Told my wife we're going to spend some time together. We're going to get the kids, our daughters. We're going to get the family, put up the Christmas tree, get the lights up, the decorations, put on Fantastic Four. We got those neat little lights, those LED lights you put behind the TV that they reflect the color on the screen onto the back of the TV. We just started using those. They're so cool. We've only got to use them like twice. We watched Frankenstein a couple weeks ago with them. It's so cool. So we're gonna have ourselves a awesome evening. So I will not, if there is a hire tonight, I will not be available. We'll just have to respond to it tomorrow. But no, in all seriousness, at any moment, I think that this is an any moment kind of thing. Most likely, Brandon Marcello, who's saying within the next 48 hours, it's going to be in that window. And again, this has basically been confirmed. I've seen plenty of Facebook posts and tweets deleted just in the last hour. Some by media members. So it certainly looked like there's something out there that they just can't. I guess they can't expand upon. So they were forced to delete their post or something, I'm guessing. Hey, if you guys are just joining us, make sure you like, share, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate everyone for being here. Yeah, real simple. Arkansas Razorback head coaching search update. That's the name. That's the name of the title of this video. That's what we're doing. So we're just getting up to date. That's what this is. This is let's get up to date post. Not a huge fan of gothic horror, but heard it was good. Frankenstein is awesome. Frankenstein is so good. I'm not into. That's not really my thing either. I say that, and yet Bram Stoker's Dracula is like one of my all-time favorite movies. So maybe I am. I don't know. Let's see. Scroll up here. Gruden would be great. I feel like if it were John Gruden. I feel like if it were Bobby Petrino. I feel like if it were someone not, in a position where you could go public with it, we would have heard weeks ago. I really think that I don't think it's going to be Gruden. We know it's not going to be Petrino. We talked about that last week. That was reported on by Courtney Mims. She gave us a really good update on that, and it sounds like she is. Of course she is. She's going to be right on that. Who you going to get, says Kerber. Yeah, well, this is absolutely a not a shock, right? Not a shock. We all knew that we were probably going to get something this weekend. I promised my wife tonight I will not be live. If they announce, hey, Awesome. We'll have to reflect on it tomorrow, unless maybe I could sneak out the back door and get my phone and do a live stream. Hey, what's up, Leslie? Long time no see. I think it's Barry Lunny. I don't know. We have a post-live question. We have a post-live where is it? Where'd it go? Well, let me pull it up. Why won't it? No. Where's the question at? I typed it out so quickly, I don't even remember what I wrote, actually. It won't let me even read my damn question. Participants' reactions. Well, anyways, it was something like who, there it is. What head coach candidate excites you the most of the names that have been announced? Who excites you the most? That is the post live. It's the live and post live question. If you're in here in the comments after the live show, leave a comment or answer that question of the names that have been mentioned, and you know who they are. You can go to Morris at North Texas, Silverfield, Golish, hell, Gruden. I don't care. Anyone that you think is a legitimate candidate, I want to know. Tell me who excites you the most. That's what we're doing here, okay? We already answered the super chat. Again, Command, I appreciate that super chat, man. This dude, King Command, comes through every single live and donates like $20, $20 every show. You're the man, dude. I appreciate that. Even if YouTube if there's some sons of bitches taking the 30%, I appreciate it, man. Razorback Live says, shake up the Magic 8-ball tie. Yeah, right. So again, if you're just joining us and you're like, what's going on? It started right here. Brandon Marcello, 12:25 p.m. There's a new sheriff in town. We know he's been covering the Arkansas head coaching search. I don't know if it's his most thorough, in terms of because he's got he's national, right? I don't know if he's thorough's the wrong word. I didn't mean to say it like that. I know he does a good job. How in-depth he is with this search, I'm assuming this is probably the job he's really been keeping an eye on the most. We also heard that Florida State with Mike Norvell, they have agreed Mike Norvell's going to stick it out. Norvell is good. He's not being fired this year, which is interesting. I know they said this several weeks back, but you never trust these people, right? You never trust them. What an AD says or the higher powers. It's not an atrocious season. They're looking at possibly finishing 6-6 if they can beat Florida on the 29th. That's not atrocious. Okay. 2-10 is atrocious. We know a thing or two about that. 2-10 is atrocious. So they're going to hang on to him. I'm assuming, I don't know. They did beat Alabama to start the year. Maybe that's the thing that's kind of keeping him around another year. I don't know. Remember that when they beat Alabama 31-17? It's just crazy. Again, everyone, thank you for stopping by and being in here. If you haven't already, like the show. Remember to share the content. Sharing is caring, after all. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, yeah? Hit the subscribe button. Or, hell, if you don't like me and you hate me and you're just not a fan, hit the dislike button, too. It counts as an interaction towards the... Did you know that? Anytime just by simply clicking even the dislike button, it's still, it goes towards the algorithm. How cool is that? So even when you hate watch or when you dislike a show and you hit the dislike button, it still counts as an interaction with the channel. Gus Malzahn knows how to beat Alabama better than anyone, says King Command. Could it be Gus Malzahn? I don't think there's another hire that could split the state more. I do not think there's another hire that could absolutely split the state more. That is the most... Again, I know there's some people in Springdale that would love that. That's fine. Springdale's not the rest of NWA, by the way. Don't get it twisted that all of NWA would be excited about that. No, they wouldn't. Yeah, no to Gus, says J-Dog. What's up, J-Dog? Hope you're doing well. There's Megan. What up, Megan? Bobby is the only one. Oh boy, only one that might would have been. Oh, okay, might would have been more controversial than Gus. That is probably true. That would be true. I guess it depends on who you ask. If you talk to a Razorback fan, they hate Gus Malzahn. Like your average Razorback fan who's paid attention to all the coaching cycles and how much of that was Gus, how much of that was his agent, Jimmy Sexton, kind of taunting Arkansas. I don't want to say taunting, but definitely playing Arkansas to get him more money. Them, I should say, both Sexton and Gus. It was a genius move on his part. I mean, it really was. You play the field how you play the field. But there are fans. I've talked to them before. They hate the idea of Gus coming here. But I know there's some people with money in Springdale that would be excited about Gus finally coming home and being the head coach. I don't know how to feel about that if that were to happen. In the era of NIL and second chances, who knows what he could do? I don't know. I mean, there was a time when he was a very influential figure in college football. I agree. Gus has a chance. Like it just I don't know, man. It kind of goes. I kind of feel the same way about Petrino too, though, right? My friend. Oh, okay. My friend Gus is staying in Florida. Yeah, Cody. I never said he was. I don't think he's taken a SEC job. I'll say that. His numbers are great. Florida State's offense is doing big stuff, but no, I don't think he's going to. I realistically do not think Gus Malzahn is the guy. Anyone tracking Plains? I did have an interesting text. This is not from a verifiable source. This is not from somebody in the media, but he did say, and I have not followed up on this because he just said it not long before, well, about an hour before I went live, but I haven't had a chance to substantiate it. BOT plane landed in Tampa, due back in Fayetteville at 2:30. He sent me that at 1:22 p.m. This is a buddy of mine. He does keep up with this stuff, but sometimes everyone falls for the bullshit, don't they? And this could be what that is. I don't know. I did not substantiate it. We have the if you're in Patreon, we have the just say that there is a room that keeps up with some of that. If you're a Patreon member, you know what I'm talking about. And if you click on the pinned messages, it's got something interesting at the top of it as far as concerning flight tracking. Hey man, you know what? This is fun. If you don't embrace it, then you don't embrace college football. If you're not tracking planes, you're not embracing all of what college football has to offer you, my friend. This is where this is fun, okay? We're going to track our damn planes. Now, yes, I'm also aware that they sometimes use other people's planes. I get it, but it's still damn fun, okay? Let us have our fun. This is fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. Would I rather be playing Arc Raiders right now? I've brought this game up like 15 times last 2 weeks. Would I rather be playing Arc Raiders, farming, toasters? So I could upgrade and build shit on that game? Yeah, part of me. But then there's another part of me that's like, damn, this is fun. I love doing all this. Been doing this for a hot minute, man. And there's a reason why I've done it as long as I have. It's fun. So let us have our fun. But sometimes some of that stuff becomes true. I don't know if either of those numbers, if those planes are, in fact, again, I haven't substantiated. If you guys want to go substantiate it, go. If you're a Patreon member, go down to the plane tracking post or the room and then click on pinned messages. And we've got those numbers right there for you. See, man, being a Patreon member is awesome. Shout out to all the new folks, by the way, that have just joined. Okay, so yeah, I got an interesting post. Recruiting Bama posted on Twitter. Oh no, ... And then someone underneath it wrote Kane to Arkansas. I don't know. Again, recruits Bama. Let me go look them up really quick on Twitter. And has anyone checked in on our boy Pete Thamel today? He's not posted anything but the Florida State stuff, so we'll move on from that. Let's look Let's look up at let's check this out. Let's check out Recruit. What is it? Recruit Bama? Is that the name of the? Oh, Recruits Bama. Okay, we'll see if this is. Let's see. Okay, they got almost 8,000 followers. All right. Now, again, sometimes just, really crappy clout chasing can get you that many, but we'll see here. Yeah, they did post this 2 hours ago. Oh, no. This is from at Recruits Bama. And people underneath are saying it's Womack to Fayetteville. Or it could be a response to Lane Kiffin taking a bigger, leaving Ole Miss. I'm telling you, Lane Kiffin. You wonder, though, if he because he did do time at USC, okay? And it's not like they were lighting the world on fire over there when he was a head coach. Sometimes guys are just meant for certain jobs, but Lane Kiffin's a hell of a coach, though. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's not. Appreciate all the retweets on Twitter, by the way. Appreciate that. Mac, I see who you're going to get. That's I love that. Again, if you're just joining us, make sure you like and share. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification button. This is why you hit the notification button, by the way. Summerall is going to Auburn. Yeah, it's what we've been led to believe the last several weeks. Summerall is going to Auburn. I hope it's Morris. Quarterback Gurun has experience getting talent with little NIL. That's from Maniac 9426. Appreciate the super chat, Josh. No comment, though, but I appreciate it. I'll make sure I got all of them here. We did not see Woo Pig Dustino's comment. Is Kane... Oh, if Kane is hired... There's like a speck on my screen, and it's making the... If Kane is hired and kept Petrino at OC, though, all hype, says Woo Pig Dustino. You know what, man? I'm on board with that. I am on board with Bobby Petrino and whoever. If it's a defensive-minded, I'm on board. All right? Yeah, I've been all over him about the turnovers and how many different players have turned the ball over and the lack of scoring there for a little bit in the second half and his offense not responding when they should. But then you look back and it's like, how much of that is on who? But my God, this offense just continues to produce. And these kids on offense are not letting go of the rope. I don't know, man. I want another year of KJ Jackson. Sue me. I don't know. I'm excited about that. I'm not saying that's 100% what I want. I'm saying I'd be on board with it. I wouldn't fight it. I wouldn't get mad. I wouldn't get mad at that at all. If let's say it is Womack. By the way, if you're unfamiliar, Womack defense coordinator, his dad off and on was a coach here. He played here. Boy, if there's anybody who understands the program and understands, the SEC, he's been a head coach for 3 years, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you're filled in. If he were to come in and he brought in his crew on the defensive side of the ball, I don't know what his recruiting pipeline would look like. I'm assuming it would be in Alabama. I'd probably be, I'm guessing, east of the Mississippi, which we're kind of already there anyways with the recruiting efforts in South Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama. Well, not Alabama as much, but I'm assuming that's what would happen. Okay, and you're looking for a coordinator, and you've got this redshirt freshman quarterback who surrounded with talent from West Texas Technical Welding Institute. I'm kidding. I know that I'm kidding. But up against Texas's 5-star talent, he's shredding them, and you're telling me that we're good. We can just move on from Bobby being a coordinator. I'm not saying I want Bobby to be a head coach. No, I don't. But coordinator to bring all these guys back, bring some of the talent back. Not Rohan Jones. He's out of eligibility. Platt, tight end. I'm excited about him. Maybe you keep some of the good pieces on that offensive line coming back next year. I don't know how many of them are left, but that's all I'm saying, man. I'm fine with it. And what about Mateos? How would you guys feel about keeping the offensive line coach? I'd be okay with that too. I really would. Keep the offense. At this point, just build off of it. I don't know. Sometimes it's just, do you really want a complete reset on offense if given the opportunity? Do you want to completely reset the offense? I know here's what I do know. Whoever the next head coach is, he better fire Scott Fountain's ass. Fire. I mean it. Gone. You're gone. My God, 2 penalties again yesterday on special teams. Scott Fountain's special teams certainly are special. Hogball Burner says, you cannot willingly bring Bobby back. He came here with the intention of being the head coach. Clean house. No, Bobby. No, he did not come here with the intention of being a head coach. Do you not remember when he was hired, Burner, what he said? Do you remember that? He wanted nothing to do with being the head coach, bro. What are you talking about? Now, he did want the job this year. Yeah, when they fired Pittman, sure. And he may not want to come back after. I don't know. But he does feel like there's unfinished work at Arkansas. Why not come back another year? Get KJ Jackson just looks so promising. And again, whoever, it doesn't necessarily have to be Bobby, but I'd prefer it, the guy that who's been baking in Bobby's quarterback development oven. A new head coach isn't going to garner any real confidence by hanging on to old staff, in my opinion. I disagree. With that. I think if fans sit down, look at the numbers, and then the excitement of KJ Jackson coming back, I disagree. I mean, unless you go out and you get a Kendall Browse type offensive coordinator hire, I mean, you could do more damage with bringing in someone underwhelming on the offensive side of the ball. Again, you've got a top. What are they? I didn't even check this morning. Arkansas is still total offense wise one of the best offenses in the country. Where are they? Total offense 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. So they're just outside the top 10. A 2-9 football team has a near top 10 offense. 5,200 yards total offense. They're averaging 473 yards of offense per game. They're going to surpass 20 they're going to surpass 3,000 yards passing, no matter who's, all they need is 30 yards. And they've already got over 2,200 yards on the ground. They're averaging 34 points a game, plus 34 points plus per game. I'm just saying, you could do worse. And if you don't, I don't know. The most likely scenario is they're going to probably walk away from Bobby. That is the most likely scenario. Coaches typically come in with their staff. They're going to build their staff, right? And I don't know. It's also not unheard of that they keep guys. So, although it's less common. Yeah, and their points per game, I think in the SEC right now, Arkansas, they're third in total offense in the SEC, and then points per game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fifth behind Ole Miss, Texas A&M, Vanderbilt, and Tennessee. Like, all these teams are ranked. You're ahead of Alabama and Georgia, Missouri. No surprise you're ahead of Texas for people who've been paying attention. God. Anybody else? Oh, man, I don't even want to go down that path. I don't want to go there again with the glazing of Manning. One of the best podcasts on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you. It's not a podcast. This is a live show. I don't do podcasts. But you know what? Whatever. I appreciate it. Thank you. LCOU812 says Gruden or Lunny Jr. Lunny would be an out of nowhere because his name has not been brought up by anybody but fans. Barry Lunny, it's only been fans that have talked about Lunny. That would be, realistically, that'd be an out of nowhere hire. So, yeah. Joe Cool says the offense has been good enough to make a bowl. Do we forget what the offense was before Bobby got here? Yeah, the Daninos. What a disaster. That's the kind of thing that can happen when you hire the wrong guy for the job. That's what can happen. And I would rather not risk that if it were me, but I don't know, maybe you can bring in Maybe you'll be just fine. Go grab somebody who can. And also the other thing is, I said this on Twitter, you've got to do everything you can to keep KJ Jackson. However, I think if Bobby goes, so does KJ Jackson. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Check DM and Discord. Okay. Yeah, Hall, I already talked about it. Yeah. Yeah, you were the one that sent me that, and I checked it. Yeah, recruits Bama. They were oh no ... Could be Kane Womack. It may not be. Just gonna have to wait and see how this. Just gonna have to wait it out, I guess. Go get Houston Nutt for AD. You mean? Is that what you're talking about? I sent the Bobby thing. I didn't see anything about Bobby. All I see is your message about the recruits Bama. I think you might have sent that to somebody else, bro. Oh, okay. You just I see it now. Okay. This is an extremely vague. It doesn't give me any. I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. I see. You got to read it sideways. National offensive rank, lower is better. Yeah, you're right, Hall. They're scoring points and they're producing offense. That is absolutely happening. Brady G111 says KJ isn't going anywhere. He's 100% Arkansas. Man, again, I hope you're right. But I had people tell me the same thing about a certain receiver that's absolutely killing it at OU right now. The second wide receiver to go to Oklahoma. I heard that on both those players, and they both wound up at Oklahoma. So you never know. I hope you're right. If we miss on a great coach, we will be known as a basketball school like Kentucky and Kansas. Kansas kind of had it turned around in football there for a minute. Certainly better than what they were. Hey, if you guys are just joining again, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Again, if there's any announcement tonight, I'll be spending time with family, so I will not be available tonight. We're gonna we have a thing called a Hudson Party Bowl where it's popcorn and we put in like hard shell candy, chocolate candy like peanut M&M, stuff like that. Yeah. It's going to be fun. And sometimes we put like other sweets in there. It's the Hudson Party Bowl, man. No, KJ is not from Arkansas. Yeah, no. Who said he was? Judley. What are you talking about? No one says he's from Arkansas. He's 100%. I think what he was saying, Judd, was that he is all in on Arkansas. Yeah, Holt, you got to be we have the what you need to be tracking if you want to track planes. If you're a Patreon member, you have access to that. You click on plane tracking, and then you click on the pinned messages. You click on the pinned messages on your phone. It would be on your. I don't really know. I don't ever look. You'll see it. Pinned messages, and then you go to the top right there, and then it shows you the two planes. Again, they probably are tracking, or if they're using a plane to go pick a coach up, and I don't even think that would be the case. I mean, there's still some games left to be played for some of these coaches. I would think if anything, it would be them going down there for them to sign, and then keep the plane parked there for a few days. That's what I would be looking at. If you're gonna track these planes, again, it's fun. You don't have to get in on it. That's fine. But for the people who do, and there are plenty of people that do, that's what I'd be looking for. If they did, in fact, send one of their own, university or BOT plane, it's also just likely they use another private plane you can't track or unable, like the public doesn't know. That's also very likely. I think that's actually what a lot of schools do. But if you do, and you see a plane from Arkansas, from those two numbers that we have that are pinned at the top, and they fly somewhere and they stay parked there for a couple days, or maybe tomorrow they take off, or it wouldn't be tomorrow, but that would be, I could see that happening. A lot of questions here, because if it is 48 hours, then that means they're going to announce it. And as far as I know, I don't know why you'd send a plane. Would that not just be a fax? Is that how that works? Could you just fax your signature? Maybe not. Maybe there's some stipulations in the NCAA. I'm not even sure. Could be, man. I don't know. If they're expecting to fly back with somebody, well, then that coach most likely still has a game or two left to coach. I don't know that I see that happening. That to me is less likely. If anything, maybe they're flying down there to take pictures, right, of him signing. You know how they do, signing the contract. And sometimes I think Pittman. He got on the plane, got here, and then signed, and then Hunter took that picture. Is that maybe that was days later? I don't know. That all seems. I can't believe that was 6 years ago. It's so fun trying to keep up with all this, isn't it? Man, oh man. Petrino. Oh, okay. Petrino can go to the latrino. Other Mike says e-sign these days. Is that what it is? The e-sign? Yeah. So I don't know that right now that I would trust plane tracking necessarily, but if they fly a plane down there and park it, maybe they're going to park it all week. I don't know. I know there's like a cost those guys have to pay. It's like per day to park those planes. I don't know. This new hire has, oh boy, here we go. I got to read it like a Debbie Downer. Here we go. From Bobby G. Mack. Hang on. You ready? Okay. This new hire has no excitement. Feels just like the Pittman and Chad Morris hires. Oh, man, come on, dude. Get in the spirit. Get in the holiday spirit. Arkansas you should be excited about a baked potato after what we've seen the last 6 years. What are you talking about? Let's see. I was excited for the Pittman hire, says the great. Well, yeah, I think everybody was. Not everybody. Fair enough. Not everybody, but I think a lot of people were excited about Pittman. You know what they did? They talked themselves into it, didn't they? Yeah. A lot of people who in the beginning were so I wasn't a big fan of it. I mean, I think I was pretty public about that. And then after it looked like he turned things around year 1, year 2, he actually got you some conference wins year 1. And then year 2, it was like, okay, I was wrong. Damn. And you kind of come back down to earth a little bit, right? Dabo, go Tigers. Yeah. Steven says, it's the cycle. He's not wrong. Okay. Sure. The whole circus is another reason I hate Yurichek. Oh, this whole circus is another reason why I hate Yurichek. Okay, if you're just joining us, we had a plethora of people join. Make sure you share the Tusk Talk with Ty Twitter. That is a thing. I know I don't post anything there, but lives usually. But feel free to follow it on Twitter. Retweet the show, and hit the subscribe button if you're new and you've never been here before. We have a good time. We have a lot of fun with it. Most of us. Got some Debbie Downers in chat right now, but that's okay. Okay, I will take the baked potato. Thanks for offering. What do you put in your baked potato? Do you put bacon, butter, sour cream, salt, and pepper? Is that how you do it? Do you mash them? How do you prefer your potatoes? There's the question. So again, if you are just joining, we'll give you another update. We'll do it again. This is what we're talking about. Brandon Marcello at 12:25 tweeted, there's a new sheriff in town. So, I mean, by that, I guess I guess he's already signed. I don't know. But he also, Brandon Marcello, says, no, that's not what he's reporting, as he's feuding with people. As he's feuding with people on Twitter. The reason why that's funny to me is because, before like 15, 16, this was never really a thing where national media people were or feuding with people like this on Twitter. It's just so funny. I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's got to be aggravating from Brandon's point of view. And I get fans being a little frustrated too. We all just want this to be over with. Let's get the new guy here. Let's talk about the transfer portal. Let's talk about the necessary changes needed, right? Josh Farmer wants Pigpen collective thoughts. Yeah, we already kind of talked about that yesterday a little bit. I think the move of bringing Josh Teeter on was a good one. I think that was a good move. I think bringing Josh Teeter on was good because you're going to get more eyeballs on Pigpen Collective. And that's what you need. I'm trying to work. Pigpen, he reached out. He wants to come on the show this week. Hell, I probably could have done it today, actually, thinking about it. My bad. But he wants to come on, but next week's going to be tough because everybody's busy with Thanksgiving. I have no idea. We're going to try and get him on, though. Right? Ty, if we hired Lane tonight, would the Hudson Party Bowl get tossed? Get tossed in the air and we get a live show? I hate to say it. Well, let me tell you that. I don't hate to say it because I love spending time with my family. But I'd have to wait until Monday. That's just that's the rules of engagement here. Let's see. Todd says, hey, Arkansas fans, who's ready to help your new head coach? Call those hogs as you welcome Cliff Kingsbury as your new head coach. I've never seen a coach fell upwards like Cliff Kingsbury. Again, we're getting more John Gruden or Barry Lunny. Ty, you missed my super chat. I'm so sorry, man. Let me go back. We've had a number of them. I appreciate everyone who's dropping those. Let's see. Kick says this is Kyle. He's donating $2, and it's for my my next can of Monster. Although Monster's like $3 now, isn't it? I would be okay with Womack or Eric Morris. Let's go. Okay. All right. I mean, I'll just tell you guys. I'm not afraid to admit it here. I would not be. We had someone in our Discord community say that it'd be a failure of a coaching search if you ended up with someone like Kane Womack. I think that's too harsh of that's way too harsh. I don't think it'd be a failure. Kane has a pretty good background. I mean, it's not terrible. He has the head coaching experience, which people want. Again, he's not my number one choice. Now if they get a Dan Mullen, okay, now we're okay. We're really in business. I'd be all in on a Dan Mullen hire. Ewa 1149 says, regardless of the new coach, of who the next coach is, what do you think the contract will be? I mean, if it happens to be a wild card Cal type hire, does Arkansas go big like LSU? What is LSU offering? $97 million. I don't think they could. Can Arkansas do something like that? I mean, we know the money people. At least it's been reported. We don't know for a fact. Again, it's another one of those hypotheticals. Not a hypothetical, but something that's been thrown around by several other media people that the money folks are trying to put a huge package together for the next head coach. So, and again, who would that hire be? What would the Cal hire equivalent in football be? It'd have to be a Nick Saban. And I just don't see Nick Saban coming to Arkansas. That's not, so it wouldn't be, I'd take him off the list. We'd have to go down a list of realistic names. Then you're talking a Lanning. Then you're talking some big names. If that is true, if they're able to put that kind of money together, but I don't think it's Lanning either. Who Dat Fam 25 says, so who's Arkansas supposed to be signing? Yeah, we don't know, man. We don't know. We've kind of gone over it a number of times, but Brandon Marcello has posted that 48. So we're going to know within the next 48. That if you're wondering what that GIF is, it's Eddie Murphy from 48 Hours. I like Eric Morris a lot, honestly. His name has gotten hotter and hotter over the last several weeks. It has. Eric Morris's name has gotten hotter and hotter. Silverfield's name has come way down. I don't think anybody. I've seen multiple polls. I saw John Neighbors had a poll, and I think he was one of the options. I know it was because he was dead last, like 11%. It was the list of names actually that we saw that was reported by Pete Thamel. Arkansas is either getting a group of 5 coach. If not, it will be a Power 5 coordinator. We ain't getting a big name, says Maniac. Okay, yeah, you're probably right. It's Ryan Silverfield. Check Google. What? What are you talking about, bro? Yeah, what was that? Okay. Ooh, I was about nervous there. That was an old post. It looked like one of those "thank you so much, I appreciate my time here" post. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, no, it's not Ryan Silverfield at the moment. Robert Williams says Morris or Alex. Hire Travis Williams so he can ruin our offense as well. Yeah. Cliff is the only option at this point. What do you mean, Judd? What does that mean? Or is the only option? I mean, what makes you say that? Jay Richardson, I'm just going to call you Richardson. 81. The letters just squished together. 8143 says Eric Morris is my pick. Yeah, again, Eric Morris has his name has really, like, it's trending up. Now, again, I mean, I want to be clear. I know they're having a good year. One of the best offenses in the country. They did get absolutely squashed by South Florida, 63-36. It's a lot of points given up, man. But they have the best record in the American standings with 10-1 overall. Tulane and Navy and South Florida are kind of right there behind them. With Tulane at 9-2, Navy 8-2, South Florida 8-3. By the way, Memphis also 8-3, but they're 4-3 in conference. 3 teams tied right now with a 6-1 conference record. That's North Texas, Tulane, and Navy. But yeah, they have arguably one of the best offenses in the country. Now, I also agree. Well, who they played? Who have they played? Fair enough. Yeah, but it's not like they're playing with. It's not like they're playing with Alabama talent, right? They're playing with American Conference talent. You could make that argument about any freaking, group of 5 or however many damn groups there are coaches. But they are, in offense, they're the number 1 offense in the country. They've already thrown for over 3,500 yards. They are trending towards 6,000 total yards of offense. I don't know if they get there or not, but, actually, yeah, they will. They will get there. They still got games left. But South Florida's not far behind them either. 5,400 yards compared to their 5,500 yards. So a couple of options there as far as if you want to get an offensive guy, you've got a couple of names. A couple of guys that are in that running. Golish and Morris. T-Dub, what's going on, man? $5 super chat. Ryan Silverfield is a bust hire. Could not agree more. Please, God, no. Keep Bobby and pay money for the D staff. I'd be okay with Golish or even Womack. No Cliff. Look at his record. Yeah, no, I've been pretty. I'm not on the. I agree. I agree with that super chat, Tim. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Appreciate all the super chats. All you guys that are here. You guys are awesome. Hire Will Stain if you want offensive talent. That's another name that hasn't really come up much until like the last few days. Like in most circles is what I mean. I know people have said their name before. Have 4 letters before the word Morris is making mean. Yeah, I know it. And it kind of goes with that Rhett Lashley at SMU thing, right? Like you just cannot separate. It's difficult to separate the two. Johnny Jones says, Ty, the next head coach is Alex Golish. You could be right, man. Johnny, you might be right. It very well could be. It very well could be Golish. Again, I want to give you guys, for those of you just joining, you may have missed this part. But it's been reported. This is from Brett Vito on Twitter. This is the North Texas beat writer from the Denton Record Chronicle. And he posted this just a few hours ago. North Texas officials and boosters have moved quickly behind the scenes in an effort to retain Eric Morris. Here's the untold story of what transpired. They had a dinner meeting, boosters agreeing to contribute more, and UNT pledging more in NIL funds. Again, that was posted by a media member following what's going on at North Texas. So, again, it certainly looks like a defensive maneuver by the folks at North Texas in fear of losing their head coach. Again, that could just be a natural response because they're coming up on the end of the year, and they know, holy hell, we have an incredible offense here, and we don't want to lose this. It could just be that, or it could be that, the phones have been blowing. They've been blowing up there, with the agents being contacted, the proxies in the middle of it all, and they sense that things are getting pretty. You know what? I'll actually just retweet that. Why not? We'll just get that retweet out there. Yeah. Another super chat. Ty, just for fun's sake, make the case for keeping Bobby. Oh, God. Then the case against. Would love your thoughts. Okay. Now, I've gone over this. Went over it earlier, actually, just a little bit. But okay, here we go. Pros and cons. Okay, you know that there would be some NIL backing with Petrino. We know that Fletcher was giving him money just to be to help him out, just as the offensive coordinator. I think that money would grow quite a lot. Not just been and by the way, Fletcher's not the only booster. There are alumni booster, whatever, that's given a lot of money to Petrino. I think it would reinvigorate those people because now their guy's the head coach again. Again, you go back to the recruiting pipeline, right? This is a guy that can take the most mediocre talent in the state of Arkansas, or even the good talent. We remember what he did with the Warren kids and Little Rock kids, but and could turn them into all conference caliber players. You'd be getting back KJ Jackson, a third year in the Petrino development oven. You get a third year with KJ Jackson, most likely, with Bobby. You know what? You remember when Mike Washington was in the portal, or when Arkansas went and got Mike Washington? I mean, that was Petrino's staff that found that guy, and they turned him into a 1,000-yard potential all-SEC running back. So his ability to evaluate some of this talent, like Omega Blake ended up being pretty good. He may not blow up the stat sheet, and he may have issues with, slipping and falling down on routes, giving up on routes. I mean, the guy still ended up having a pretty solid year. Rohan Jones, right? Rohan Jones is just, he doesn't get enough targets. Platt doesn't get enough targets, but yet when they do, they make explosive plays in the Petrino offense. Those are guys that he found. Of course, it helps that Platt was at A&M with Petrino, but still, I digress. Like Rohan Jones, seems like every time that Canadian touches the damn ball, he's running for the border. I mean, he's explosive. He can evaluate talent. He's still got it, and I think he would get back to those traditional recruiting pipelines. I think he would. I think he'd do well in the portal again, and I think he'd be able to find, if you do swing and miss on the big-time talent in the portal, he's going to go out and find you some speedy. I mean, that's what he does, man. He goes out and he recruits speed. He gets speed. That's what Petrino does. He's pretty good at building or helping to facilitate a defense that it's at least bend, don't break. You remember when he was here, some of the things they did really well is they could get after the quarterback. And they could actually sack the damn quarterback. They could force turnovers and mistakes. They didn't get 3 and outs. They gave up a lot of yards. Go back and look at those numbers. Willie Robb was not the number. They were bend, don't break. Make no mistake about it. But they could get the ball back into the hands of the offense. That's Petrino's way of coaching. You got to understand, Petrino, like the whole practice, all camp, is focused around the offense and getting the ball back into the hands of the offense. That is his whole thing. He eats, breathes, and sleeps the idea of Arkansas's offense being on the field and scoring on any given play. They lead the damn country in explosive plays. And he's doing that with a guy. Now, I know, Tim, you're not a big Taylor Green guy. And yet, Taylor Green, as bad as you guys say he is, and I don't think he's that bad, but he's certainly got some issues, he still led the country in total yards for like 8 or 9 weeks. It was insane, even with all of his mistakes. Those are the pros. You'd be an offensive-centric team again, probably putting up a lot of yards and a lot of points. However, your defense is still going to give up points. Probably be a little bit better at turnovers, takeaways, things like that. I'm trying to think. I mean, that's everything I can think of off the top of my head. No doubt he could go out and find another quarterback, even if he were to lose KJ Jackson. I'd have all the confidence in the world. He'd just go out and get another guy. Then there's the cons. All right, did he stick it out with Taylor Green too long? Boy, that's the question I'll let you guys answer. It's hard to argue with some of those numbers. It really is. But could he have achieved that with KJ Jackson? I don't know, but I damn sure liked what I saw yesterday from KJ. Boy, it's weird saying that name again, isn't it? It's kind of like Morris. It's weird saying that name again. Did he hang on too long? How much influence did he have in the NIL in the offseason where they just pulled all the money for the offense and not for the defense? You know, how much of that is true? That has, I'll just say, there's been some pretty reputable people say as much that they really wanted to focus. And that could have just been Pittman saying, no, we need to revamp the offense and we need to build it from the ground up. Maybe that wasn't Petrino necessarily. Again, you go back to the Taylor Green thing. Did he make a mistake? And again, for those of you who cannot stand Taylor Green, but you want Bobby back, well, he brought Taylor Green with him. And that was his number one guy. They didn't go to anybody else. They wanted him. And that was Bobby, right? We could talk about ball control or the turnovers and how many different players on offense last 2 years have fumbled the ball. This is not a one or two guy problem. It seems like everybody who touched the ball the last couple of years is going to fumble the ball. And again, we've talked about the common denominator. Who is it? Petrino's your offensive coordinator. I've never seen turnovers like this. I've never seen that. You can go down the list, man. There are some issues there. There are some issues. Could he hire anyone he wanted? We all know Petrino was a hard guy to it's definitely very well known. You might be able to pull from a much smaller pool of coaches than you could somebody else because of just, the rumors are he's very difficult to work with. I mean, obviously, right? I feel like we all know that. Yeah. There's certainly some negatives there. I don't know what outweighs what. I think as a coordinator, again, like I said earlier, I think I'm on board with that. But ball security has got to be something they work on all offseason, man. So I don't know. I don't know if that answered it for you. That's a difficult. It's not a difficult question to answer. It's just a very lengthy question to answer. There are pros there, but man, there are cons. And I still, even though the offense has really proven me wrong, I don't know that 2011 head coach Bobby Petrino is walking through those doors. I really think what would happen is something similar to what happened his second time at Louisville, right? I think that's most likely what would happen in terms of wins and losses. There you go. Google says they have hired Eric Morris, was just hired, and AI confirmed it. Well, again, I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but AI has been wrong about a number of things when it comes to Arkansas. So I just would take that with a grain of salt until we hear something official. Not saying you're wrong, Terry O'Neill, but we had another super chat. Let me scroll up. Would Womack be appealing if Bobby Petrino stays? Yeah, yeah, he would. I think so. King Command says if Gruden was the guy, would the Barstool crossover be bad or good for Arkansas athletics? It wouldn't even just be a Barstool thing, right? The whole country would be paying attention to a Gruden hire, no matter where Gruden goes. It feels like Arkansas would be a little more exclusive, though, because just how wild coaching searches have been here, whether it's basketball or football, bringing in Cal. It seems like when Arkansas is making a move, it like everyone's really paying attention. It tells you that Arkansas is a better job than a lot of people say that it is. The only reason why Virginia Tech was exciting for anybody is because it looked like from the beginning they were probably going to get Franklin. And that's the only reason why. So Arkansas still, nationally speaking, is still something worth keeping an eye on, even if it's been a shit show, Big Phil says if they keep Bobby Petrino, who are the best defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, coordinator will be just, someone in his wheelhouse. It'll probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they promote the wide receiver coach. DC, I don't know, man. We'll have to work on that, Phil. I don't have a list yet. I know I like Durkin. I know that. Hey, Ty, what would Gruden bring to the table? Oh, man, you guys just want me to do deep runs on all these guys, huh? Well, I've also made a – again, I feel like I have to do this every time we talk about making a case for a certain coach. Keep in mind, I'm not saying I want Petrino to be head coach. I'm not saying I want Gruden. It would be the media blitz of hiring a Gruden. You know, his power, you know, he's a personality, and when he's got a microphone in his face, he's exciting to listen to. His football IQ, obviously, right? I mean, my God, the guy's been coaching for decades. He's an offensive mind. Spider Y2 banana. I mean, how can you he's entertaining. And that's going to sell. That's going to sell to players. It's going to sell, absolutely. And it's John Gruden. And then there's the downside, right? There is the baggage. There's the fact that he wasn't lighting the world. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl, but he wasn't lighting the NFL world on fire as a head coach, right? So, I mean, there's just kind of different ways of looking at it. Yeah, I mean, you'd probably have a recruiting pipeline into parts of this country that you didn't think that you would, right? If you got a Gruden. You could go into Tampa. Gruden would leave as soon as any NFL team, and that could be that too, right? Yeah, Gruden could also be a real short, brief, guy. 1 year coaches happen. Look at Lane Kiffin in Tennessee, right? I mean, I don't know. I've said this before. The negative on Gruden is I don't know what the long term would look like with someone like Gruden. Gruden been there, done that. I think he wants in that Super Bowl. I don't know. He's been very, very public about how badly he wants to coach in the SEC. I just asked ChatGPT. It didn't know Arkansas played football. Oh my God. Arkansas plays football? ? That's actually pretty funny. Oh, looks like you're the Cardinals. Okay. No, we were the Cardinals. We then became the Razorbacks. Oh, okay. Hunter wants a defensive-minded coach. Hint, Kane W. King Command says Gruden is very high energy, even at his stage. Kane isn't even the best DC in the state of Alabama. Well, I mean, Durkin exists. Yeah, Durkin exists. LCOU812 says, "Yep, Gruden wants to coach the SEC." Yeah, I don't know long term how long he would want to stick around. I just don't. And yeah, he knows he's getting older. Does he want to stay in the SEC? Does he want to stay at a place like Arkansas for long? And then what would it look like when he leaves, right? My gray hairs are multiplying right now. Well, tell us. Tell us, Macus Kirpus. Some of you guys get so triggered at other people's opinions on this coaching search. It's crazy to me. It's funny. Who cares? It's fun, man. Have fun with it. Roll with it. Would y'all rather Gruden on a 3-year deal or Bobby Petrino on a 3-year deal? Well, that's a good question. The great wee woo man says Gruden. Gruden. Yeah, John Gruden. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess Gruden. Yeah, because there'd be you'd feel like there's new life in Arkansas. Yeah, I'd probably go Gruden. I mean, I would. I probably would go Gruden over Petrino just because it would be something new and exciting. Let's be real. Bobby is, you could fall asleep listening to that guy talk. But you can't deny some of the on-the-field results, right? I only get triggered at people that still want Petrino. Yeah, as the head coach, yeah. Tell me this, Heartbroken Hog. Tell me this, Mac. Austin, who I highly doubt's even in here. How would you feel about Petrino as an offensive coordinator coming back with a coach? How would you feel? I've asked this before, and I don't know if you guys have answered it. Tell me, Heartbroken Hog, how would you feel about that? Let's say it is Womack. Hell, let's say it's DJ Durkin. I don't care. Some of us don't necessarily want him. We just want to get a trash can. Wait, what? Oh, okay. We just don't want to get a trash can in this landscape. Okay. See, Kirby, you didn't even answer the question, man. The stress is getting to me. I'm at the point of changing my name to Kyle Judd. Yeah, you have to be in Discord to know that joke. Again, appreciate everyone for stopping by, man. If the announcement is tonight, I'll say it one last time. I will not be available. I don't think it's going to happen tonight. I think it's going to be within that. I think it could be Monday or Tuesday. God willing, it's Monday. Hopefully, it's tomorrow, and then we could talk about it Monday night. I'm excited. Either way, we've got Arkansas Duke coming up. We will talk about that. Oh my. That's going to be – I don't know what our schedule is going to look like this week. I do feel pretty confident that Monday at 6:30 will still be good to go. I can't speak for the rest of the week. I will be here for the Duke postgame. It could just be – hell, this may be the first show – well, technically second show of the week. We may just do this one. Let's see, last night's postgame, this one, tomorrow, and then Duke. That might be it. We may not be live Wednesday because it's the night before Thanksgiving. Boy, a lot of you saying it's Gruden. Dean Wood says BP over Gruden, and I don't want BP. College football is in such a different place right now with NIL and portal. Need someone who has recent college football. Dean Adwood, is that what your name is there, Dean Adwood? You do know that Petrino's been. I mean, he was at A&M 2 years ago. He was at Arkansas last year. Like he's been around it. I don't know. I mean, it's not like he's walking in from Missouri State this year. Like he's been in the SEC now for 3 years. If you're talking about like this new era of college football and what the SEC is, hope it ain't Gruden, says Brian Fraser. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? Ty, can you lead us in a moment of prayer? Oh, man. What we needed, don't we, Tim? We got to get through this, man. And I think the thing that is most interesting to me is just how, I get the people that just repeat the same damn thing in Discord over and over and over again. I get that. That's frustrating. It gets old. But, man, when someone comes in with a different coach, and maybe it's a very clueless take, how angry people get mad at that person. It's just, who cares? Dude, I literally do this for a living. Okay, what happens with this hire is going to affect this channel. This is going to affect me more than a lot of people, and I don't get bothered by it. It is what it is, right? Someone comes in and they say Lou Holtz is going to be the next head coach. I'm going to go, wow, okay. Other people get so triggered and so mad. I don't understand it. Just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. Hey, King Commander with another super chat. Man, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate all the super chats. Arky, Dad, what happened to your YouTube? Why does it say Arky 5610? You need to go in and change that. Arky 50. You're just Arky 56. Okay. No way on Gruden. He says I would take Gruden over Petrino as a head coach. It'd be something new and different and entertaining. I'll say that. And who knows? Fountain is out, says Elsie. Wait. Did they fire him? Hold up. That is something I could see happening like right now. After yesterday, yeah. Yeah. I don't see anything. Man, y'all are... Don't tease me like that. If they're firing Fountain, bro, don't tease me like that. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. Josh Collins says, I'd happily take Gruden or Malzahn. Dabo. Jimbo? Just give us somebody and let's get this rolling. I mean, I get that. I understand that. Like, let's go. And, yeah, I will agree. This has been a wild coaching search. And it's only been this wild because of, this is the first time they fired a head coach this early in the year since Jack Crow when he lost to Citadel in 91. And it's even worse because you have social media, you have all the stuff, all the people who claim they know everything, and that's what makes it stressful. But it's on you whether or not how you respond to that news and information. But I will agree too, like it has worn me down a little bit as well. It has. Ty, you think a new head coach hire opens So you think a new head coach hire opens up practice for the media, fans, schedules, and plays the spring game? I can't speak to all of that. As far as I know, that all really comes down to, I don't know. I think a lot of it is the head coach. Kyle Parkinson is the SID for football. I like Kyle. I don't think that was a Kyle call. I think that was Sam Pittman. They really wanted to, they just wanted to close it off. They have their reasons. Do I think that changes transplanting Texan? No, I don't. I could be wrong. Maybe they do. And it'd be great to get that email or phone call like, hey, we're going to open it up to everybody, to media. You can come back. And keep in mind, they haven't shut off all media. They've just really restricted what media members who can go. Hell, there are really, there's some local TV stations. They can't even send their whole crews like they once were. They can only take like one or two people, one guy to write, one guy to film, or one guy to take pictures. It didn't used to be that way. And by the way, that's pretty normal now at a lot of schools. A lot of schools are closing off their practices to the media. Like there's some that are completely shut out to the media. Actually, I think that's actually pretty common. Arkansas was one of the last ones to actually kind of have it semi-open to the media. I'm trying to get caught up here. It'd be cool. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It'd be great. It saved me a lot of time and energy, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was informed that we're gonna keep you in on Zoom calls, but we're limiting who can come to practice, and you're not in that group, I was like, you know what? This kind of bums me out a little bit for a second, and then it was like, oh my God, this saves me so much time. The drive to Fayetteville sucks, man. Even if it's only a half an hour, it still just sucks. I got to pick the kids up from school or drop them off and make my way down all through that bullshit traffic, getting through the university. I hate it. So, Deion Sanders doesn't close his off. Oh, does he not? I have no idea. He even makes mixtapes for his bench players. Okay. Dude had fully embraced this new age of college football. If they did that, I'm not saying to hire Deion. I'm saying if they open practice back up, it'd still be fun to have that option and to go every once in a while, but I don't need to go. I'm good. I didn't know he did that. I didn't know he fully opened up practice. Yeah, that's rare to do that. It's becoming more and more rare. So, Dean Adwood says Gruden too much of a risk. Look at Belichick and Prime. Need someone with big time NIL and portal experience. It's a different era. Well, here's the thing. You mentioned Colorado. Okay. Did you see what Colorado was before Prime took over? This year they're not good. They're awful this year. Colorado's not good. But he did give them a pretty good year last year. 2024, they won, 9 games? Was that right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. They won 9 games a year ago. I think 2023 was the build-up. He started off on fire. They went 3-0. They beat a ranked TCU team on the road. They won 4 games, and they lost a whole bunch, right? But before he took over, they were not good. They were horrible. 2022, they won just 1 game. 21, they won 4 games, and then 2020 was the COVID year. Yeah, they did win. They went 4-2. But beating absolutely nobody worth a shit. I don't think Stanford was very good. Utah and Texas were their 2 losses. They got thumped by Texas. But yeah, in Belichick, it's year 1. I don't know. Let's just wait. Let's just wait to really, throw any judgment at what's going on at North Carolina. But they're not. Yeah, they're looking at 4-8. They're probably going to go 4-8 year 1. We'll see what they do year 2, right? Give them a little bit of time to acclimate. For some coaches and some programs, it takes 2 years instead of 1. Not everybody is Alabama, where you can just hop in there, go into the portal, and grab whoever you want. That's not how it works. It's going to take a couple of years. There's still a little bit of a build-up period. It may not be like what it once was when you didn't have the portal. You could build a little bit quicker, but there's still going to be a year where you have like your platform year, right? And then you got to be able to build on top of whatever you did that first year. I mean, that's just the way it works. I'm not going to look at Belichick at North Carolina year 1 and say, oh, that's garbage. We'll see what he does year 2. And it may be bad next year, and then North Carolina is going to have to pivot and figure out what they want to do. What? You can always become a Buffalo fan. Who are you talking to, Brian? Bro. I know you ain't talking to me, Brian. I'm a Ram fan. I got the Rams that keep me on. That sucks. I won't be able to watch them play tonight. I will not be opening up. That's the shittiest part about all this. I'm going to try and ignore social media tonight because I can't go live anyways. And then the Rams are playing. I can't watch them play Tampa tonight. I'm sacrificing so much, damn it. Oh, he's talking to Pooh. Okay, my bad. Prime is a hype man, not a coach, says Mike and them. Mike, come on, man. I mean, 9 wins is not a fluke. I mean, 9 wins is not, I mean, he had to do something right. I don't know what he does. Like next year, he's going to have the pressure put on him. You're gonna have to have the pressure put on you if you're Prime. Like next year, you can't have a repeat of what they did this year. But yeah, who are we gonna get? I don't know, Christopher Cox. Who do you think we're gonna get, man? Don't forget the post live question is what head coach candidate actually excites you the most? That is the post live question. So when we're done here, you're gonna answer that question in the comments, not in the live chat, but in the comments. Screen cap it. And then send it to me, and you'll get some XP. If I don't get to it tonight, I'll get to it tomorrow. So don't freak out if I don't immediately get you that XP. I don't know who's left in here that's actually going to do that, but if you do it, please tag me in Discord. Make sure you have to tag me or else I won't see it. Hell no to Prime, says Richard Baker. Yeah, no one here's calling for Prime, bro. Richard, calm down. We're not calling for Prime, I promise. What to say? Get your popcorn ready. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. We'll put a pin in it. I will be back. The plan is tomorrow night. We'll get back to this 6:30 p.m. If they make a head coaching hire during the day, hell, I might go live. I don't know. We might just go live to announce it and then reflect on it later that night, or we may wait till tomorrow night at the 6:30 Monday Night Lights live. God, cannot say that. It doesn't roll off the tongue as well as I want it to. 6:30 tomorrow night. That is the plan time. I don't know who's going to be available for that. I know. I mean, if I'm available, I'm available. I'll be here. But so yeah. Looking forward to it. This is what's fun about the coaching search. Also a little bit stressful. I get it. Heard it here first. Ty said Prime can coach. And that everyone is calling for the hire. That's right. No. Prime's not even on my. But the attitudes would change if he had like 7 or 8 wins this year. I think more people would be okay with that. But he's not winning. And that's fair. I think that's just how this works. So, all right. I'm going to try and get in a couple of rounds of Arc Raiders and then go hang out with the family. You guys enjoy the rest of this Sunday evening or Sunday late afternoon. God, it feels like evening, doesn't it? Appreciate each and every one of you. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Please answer the question, the post-live question for the post-live comment question, whatever. Answer that. And, yeah, and we'll pick this all back up tomorrow, right? We'll pick this all back up tomorrow. we'll get back on this. And assuming if they haven't hired a coach, it is entirely possible that hire is made public tomorrow. But I do appreciate each and every one of you. Again, make sure you do all the stuff, right? Like, share, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Check out Patreon. Patreon is what helps keeps this ship afloat. Believe me when I say that. I'm not just speaking. Just consider joining. My God, there's been some good stuff at Patreon lately. You need to be in on it. And it's also it's a way to support your boy here. It's a way to show a little support to your man, to Ty. So why not consider signing up for Tusk Talk with Ty Patreon? Shout out to Direct Service Overhead the Garage Door Company. Same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, free estimates, and they'll even come out to your house when you're getting home late from work, 5 or later, p.m. They'll come out. You give them a call. Your garage door's acting up. Direct Service Overhead's got your back. 501-244-3667. 1,000+ 5-star reviews. Travis Ford and the boys, they're killing it. They're crushing it. The best in Central Arkansas. So, again, if you're inside, if you're in that area in Central Arkansas, you're having issues, give them a call. Okay, that's it. I'll be back. Again, you guys enjoy your Sunday evening. Hopefully Fantastic Four doesn't suck. I haven't seen it yet. So, and yeah. All right, that's it. We'll see what happens next. You guys be good.